Hello everyone, in this video we are going to be looking at a veteran run from that PvP person. So this is not a normal veteran run, it's a domination from that PvP person. He got a 5-0 to veteran and then he got a 4-1 to 2600 4 elo. His last season elo was 3300, which is a leaderboard elo. You can see he's a very experienced player and you will see that in his team. So let's get into the battles and check out his team and plays in action. Into the first match, he got Shadow Feraligator versus Azumarill. So he's running Ice Beam on Feraligator and then Sludge Bomb on Clodsire, and Serperior is running Frenzy Plant and Aerialist. So we are catching the player up on Clodsire, which is an amazing catch. Opponent comes in with his Drift Limb here, so we will bait the Stone Edge and then we will go. We will throw as many sludge bombs as possible. I think we can only throw 2 sludge bombs here, then we can come in with our Feraligator. So we are going for the sludge bomb and opponent is deciding to no shield. Nice calls by opponent. We will go for the Hydro Cannon and opponent is deciding to shield. So here we can shield this charge move. Doesn't matter if it's an Icy Wind or a Shadow Ball. Opponent comes in with his Azumarill. Here we will go for the Hydro Cannon and then we will let our Feraligator go down. Then we will come in with our Serperior. Yep, we will come in with our Serperior and then we will completely farm it down. So here we are trying to farm it down. Opponent might have reached an Ice Beam, so he tried to catch it, but Azumarill didn't reach it. So we will go for the Aerial Ace against Drift Limb. Opponent shields it. We are going for another Aerial Ace and it's going to KO Drift Limb, and then he has Dusk Noir in the back. We have 1 shield advantage, so we can throw Frenzy Plant and win this game. That's why opponent decided to surrender. GG's. Into the next match we have Shadow Feraligator versus Dunsparce. Opponent switches out into his Azumarill. We will go for the Hydro Cannon, and here that PvP person is deciding to stay in. We will go for another Hydro Cannon, and this will put this Azumarill into some Shadow Claw and Hydro Cannon range. We are deciding to no shield and it's an Ice Beam. Nice call by that PvP person. We will go for another Hydro Cannon and now we can farm down Azumarill to win the switch game. Now we can align this Dunsparce on our Serperior and then our Clodsire can deal with whatever they have in the pack. So you can go no shield this charge move. Opponent is going for Drill Run for some reason, which is not a nice choice. You should go for Rock Slide against Serperior because it does neutral damage, whereas Drill Run does resisted damage. Opponent has Wigglytuff in the back. We are aligning it with our Clodsire and this is a GG's. Into the next match we have Feraligator versus Sandslash. So this is a neutral matchup. It was in favor of Feraligator, that's why opponent decided to surrender. Switch into his Araquanid and we are staying in this matchup, and now we are catching the Bug Buzz on our Clodsire. Nice catch by that PvP person, and here we can no shield this charge move because it's going to be a Bubble Beam. It does not do a lot of damage, and then we can go for the Sludge Bomb. It will do nice neutral damage, and then opponent decided to switch into his Sandslash. We will go for the Earthquake and opponent decided to no shield, so we will come in with our Feraligator and we will go for the Hydro Cannon. Opponent decided to no shield this charge move as well, and he has Poliwrath in the back, so we can go for the Hydro Cannon. It will do nice neutral damage, and now we can come in with our Serperior. Here we can no shield this charge move honestly because Icy Wind from non-shadow Poliwrath does not will not do a lot of damage, and now we can go for the Aerial Ace against Araquanid, and then opponent is going to surrender because Poison Stings and Vine Whips will add up and it will knock out Poliwrath. We don't have to throw any charge moves, so GG's to our opponent here. Into the next match we have Feraligator versus Diggersby. Neutral matchup, so let's see how that PvP person will play it out. We will go for the Hydro Cannon and opponent is deciding to shield, so here we will shield this charge move as well because Scorching Sand is going to do a lot of damage. We will go for the Hydro Cannon, and opponent, I think, will no shield because Diggersby is bulky. So yeah, opponent decided to no shield here. We are going to no shield this charge move as well, and then opponent tried to snipe us down with his Malamar, but that PvP person saved his Feraligator and came in with his Serperior. We will go for the Frenzy Plant. It will do a lot of damage on Malamar, and now we can no shield this charge move. It's going to KO, I guess. Yep. And now we can come in with our Clodsire and we can farm down this Malamar. Opponent gets to a charge move. It's a superpower. It's fine, and then he comes in with his Diggersby. We are going for the Earthquake, and opponent decided to shield. So we are throwing Hydro Cannon with 1 HP on our Feraligator, and opponent caught on his Primarina. So here we can come in with our Clodsire, and then we can go for the Sludge Bomb, and then we can go for one Earthquake on that Diggersby to win this game. Okay, or Sludge Bomb to knock it out. GG's to our opponent here. Into the next match we have Feraligator versus Araquanid. So this matchup is very good if Feraligator has Crunch, but we are running Hydro Cannon and Ice Beam, so both moves are resisted, but still Hydro Cannon and Shadow Claws are chunking. So here we are going to shield this charge move. It's going to be a Bug Buzz, amazing shield by that PvP person. Now we can go for this Hydro Cannon, and after that I guess we will go for the farm down. Okay, yeah, we will go for the farm down, and we got it. We got the farm down, and now we can go for the Hydro Cannon against Dewgong. It does nice neutral nice damage, nice chip damage, and then we can go for another Hydro Cannon, and now I think we will come in with our Clodsire here, even though yeah, we will come in with our Clodsire because it can survive those charge moves, and opponent has a Diggersby in the back. So nice choice by that PvP person coming in with his Clodsire so that Diggersby don't hard counter it. Diggersby can't hard counter it. So now we will go for the Frenzy Plant, and here it's fine. Okay, we are going for Aerial Aces here. Aerial Ace bait. We got both shields out of opponent. We can survive this Fire Punch, and then we can also reach one Frenzy Plant. Here we have to shield this charge move, I guess, because there's nothing like, even with that HP, Diggersby would have knocked out our Clodsire, so we had to shield there. And opponent tried to snipe us with Icy Wind, but that PvP person caught the charge move on his Clodsire. So here opponent decided to surrender because he had played all his cards he could have played, and that PvP person just outsmarted him, so he won the game. GG's. Into the next match we have Feraligator versus Oranguru. So neutral matchup here. Hydro Cannon will do a lot of damage, and Trailblaze will also do a lot of damage, and confusions are adding up. So let's see how that PvP person will play this matchup. So we called the charge move, we called the Brutal Swing bait, but opponent threw Trailblaze right away. We are going for the Aerial Ace, and opponent caught it on his Dunsparce here. So we can go for the Frenzy Plant, and we can no shield the charge moves coming in from Dunsparce. Frenzy Plant goes unshielded, and we will no shield this Rock Slide as well. We will go. We are trying to farm down, and as you can see, that PvP person tried to catch the charge move on his Clodsire. So I guess he will try again, and he caught the Rock Slide on his Clodsire, and now opponent comes in with his Oranguru, and here charge moves does not do a lot of damage from Oranguru. We can go for our Sludge Bomb. We are just throwing it so that it does not reach another charge move, and opponent has Pangoro in the back, which will go for Night Slash, which doesn't matter. We have 2 Aerial Aces stored on our Serperior, and now we can go for the Sludge Bomb to take the shield, and then we can switch out into our Serperior. We are going for the Frenzy Plant here, and opponent decided to shield. We can go for another Frenzy Plant, which will do massive damage if it goes unshielded, and now we can completely fast move down his opponent's team with our Clodsire, and opponent decided to surrender. GG's. A really nice 5 was set to veteran rank, and now we will see more battles, like I guess a 4-1 set with this team, so let's get into those battles as well. Into the next match we have Feraligator versus Cresselia. A nice matchup for Feraligator with shields up. We will go for the Hydro Cannon and then we will shield the Grass Knot, and let's see what that PvP person decides to do next. We are shielding the Grass Knot and then we will catch the charge move on our Serperior, and it's going to be a Grass Knot. Even if it's a Moonblast, it's a safe no shield by us, and opponent is coming in with his Drapion here. We can no shield the Crunch and then we can go for the Frenzy Plant, because Frenzy Plant does more damage than Aerial Ace. I thought we can go for 2 Aerial Aces, but it's not possible, so throwing 1 Frenzy Plant is better than throwing 1 Aerial Ace. We will go for the Hydro Cannon here. It will knock out Drapion if goes unshielded. Opponent decided to shield, so we are going to shield this charge move as well. Cresselia is energy dried, so we have to remember that we can go for the Hydro Cannon and it gets final shield from opponent, so we can no shield this. We don't have any shield, so we can come in with our Clodsire and we can try to sweep this game with our Clodsire. So opponent goes for the Aqua Tail and he has a Diggersby in the back, so there's nothing we can do now because Diggersby just hard walls our Clodsire. So good game, well played too by our opponent. Getting the loss out of the way, we now have 4 wins ahead of us. We have Feraligator versus Jumpluff. Bad lead, we will bait with Hydro Cannon and let's see if opponent decides to shield. Opponent decided to shield, so we can no shield this charge move because it's an Aerial Ace. Opponent didn't even build up to, okay, I think he built up to 1 energy ball, but that PvP person decided to call it. We will go for the Ice Beam and let's see if opponent decides to no shield it. Opponent shields it again, which is amazing for us because now we can let our Feraligator go down. We have 1 shield advantage and we can come in with our Clodsire. They have Dunsparce in the back. We are going to no shield it, no shield this charge move. It was a stutter lag in there because otherwise that PvP person tried to catch on his Serperior if that stutter lag wouldn't have happened. We are in Serperior versus Dunsparce matchup right now. We can go for the Frenzy Plant and then we can go for Aerial Ace. Yeah, we can go for Aerial Ace to knock out this Dunsparce. Opponent gets to another charge move which we don't have to shield here, and then we will go for the Aerial Ace to knock it out. I think we have a Frenzy Plant loaded, or I think at least an Aerial Ace is loaded, but okay, yeah, we don't have a Frenzy Plant loaded here. We can go for the Aerial Ace against Feraligator and then they are coming in with their Jumpluff. We can go for the Sludge Bomb to knock out this Jumpluff and then we can go for the Earthquake to knock out the Feraligator for the win. GG's. Into the next match we have Feraligator versus Azumarill. Neutral matchup. Let's see how that PvP person decides to play it out. We will go for the Hydro Cannon and then opponent will reach his player up right here. We are deciding to no shield it. We can Feraligator can survive 1 player up and we can go for another Hydro Cannon here, which will put this Azumarill in dead health. We can go for another Hydro Cannon before Azumarill makes it to a charge move, forcing a shield or a KO. Opponent decided to let his Azumarill go down and he decided to come in with Malamar and take some energy advantage. And now we can come in with a Serperior. We can let go of that foul play and then we can go for Frenzy Plant here. Opponent decided to shield and now we tried to get to another Frenzy Plant, but Malamar throws his charge move before us and we have to use a shield here. We are using another shield because we have to go all the way. We cannot like pair our Clodsire against that Malamar just yet. We will go for Aerial Ace here and let's see if opponent decides to shield. Opponent decided to no shield and now he is going for the charge move which will knock out our Serperior, and now we are coming in with our Clodsire and let's see if we can win this game or not. Opponent comes in with his Malamar. We will go for the Sludge Bomb and then it's going to be shielded and then we can go for another Sludge Bomb, but not before Malamar makes it to a charge move and it puts our Clodsire in very low health. We can go for the Sludge Bomb. It knocks out Malamar, and we are resisting rock rollout damage. So we got to this Sludge Bomb, and Sludge Bomb is going to knock out this Dunsparce for the win. GG. Just as I said in the start of the video that it's a pure domination from that PvP person. Last battle was so good because Clodsire got to its charge move with 1 or 2 HP on it. So here we have Feraligator versus Talonflame. Opponent comes in with his Cacturn. We are coming in with our Clodsire, and Sludge Bomb came in clutch because we didn't have to use any shield and we got the switch matchup. So here we are going for another Sludge Bomb against Talonflame, and here opponent is going for the charge move because he thinks that we can reach another Sludge Bomb, which is not good for his Talonflame because he has either he will have to say goodbye to his Talonflame or use a shield. That's why he decided to throw charge move there. We are coming in with the Feraligator, going for the Hydro Cannon, and let's see what opponent decides to do. Opponent is letting go of his Talonflame, and then he has just not in the bag. We are going for Hydro Cannon to do some chip damage so that 1 aerial ace from Serperior can knock out, but we need 2 aerial aces, 1 for the shield and then 1 for the knockout. Opponent goes for the charge move. Superpower is not going to do a lot of damage. Opponent goes for another charge move. After a superpower debuff, this superpower will do even less damage, which means we don't have to shield it. We can go for back-to-back aerial aces to win the game. GG's. In the final match of this video, we have Feraligator versus Sand/Good lead for us. Opponent comes in with his Gastrodon, and we are going to answer it with our Serperior, and here opponent decided to surrender. So it's a nice 4-1. Let's see the results with this team and the video. These are the results he got with this team. Solid results, honestly. 2604 elo with like 5-0 and 4-1. I usually do 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2 to it, and it's so like painful. You can try it out this team and let me know how did your sets go in the comment section below. Like the video if you enjoyed the team and battles. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing teams, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.